Welcome to the following presentation of the Eliminator League on the KD Sports Network. Up next, Kyle and the Dallas Cowboys head to Green Bay to face the computer and the Packers. Kyle is looking to avoid starting 0-3 while the computer tries to improve to 2-1.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. All that and more coming up next.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Green Bay Packers. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gunn with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Here's Anders Carlson set to get this one started, and we are underway here at Lambeau. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Prescott to throw it. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 33 and a first.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive
DBs.
backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? They call it a
Double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing, offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On third down, it's Prescott. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
So on fourth down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Love. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Inside give to Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And this one is right through, and that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Love from the gun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 9 yards that time.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Love now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Love looking to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
6-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now Prescott shoves him aside, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, 32 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives as they start again here. We'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing. Love. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Love. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Love. This is caught. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Jacobs is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Jacobs again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and it's now 13-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Prescott's throw taken in there by Cooks. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And again, it's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Nixon. And he returns this to the 22. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Jordan Love ready on first down here. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Working out of the gun. Love throwing left side, and Watson has it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 yards to go, second down. Here's Love. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Love. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Chauncey Golston. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Offside, defense.
And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. Throw caught by Musgrave. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Love looking to throw it. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down, Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And he is going to have a Packers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Love now. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 2. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Off the play fake, Love. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action this time with Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. Gets around him. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Cooks has it over the middle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Prescott yet again. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle, because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
2nd down, Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Prescott able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. 2nd down and 6 now. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Prescott working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing, Love. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw now, here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Going back to Love. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
Exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Again, it's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This 2nd and 4. Love looking to throw it. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Love. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Love now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 3rd down, Love. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game?
And it's a Packers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away. That is caught, and he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The shotgun, a give to Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and 12. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's Love and the Packers. Down by 13. A little under a minute to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Love looking to throw it. Throw caught by Musgrave. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
One last shot now for Love. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.